Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1228 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for October 29th, 2024. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1228. I'm gonna start with the word lower. Alright, all of the 5 letters are great, so let's guess a totally different word. For example, stain. I feel like S, T, and N are some decent and commonly used consonants, and of course A and I are vowels, so let's go with that. Alright, got the T and N yellow, and I also placed the I as the 4th letter. Okay, so, there should be another vowel. Most probably it's a U. It could be something, unfit, for example, or I don't know. Where does the T go? It could. Okay, never mind. It has to contain a T. It could be something like night. Oh, sorry. N has to go fourth. I mean, I has to go fourth. I has to go fourth. Um. Well, what's the word that I thought of? Oh, unfit. You know what? Let's try unfit. Okay, all of them are still yellow. So, okay. You might have noticed that both T and N cannot go into the 2nd nor 5th positions. So the only combinations are T something N or N something T. These are the only 2 possible combinations. If it's T first, then it... Oh, yeah, because U surely will not go after the I. So it's either TUNI something or NUTI something. And I immediately see the word tunic. And I think this is the only word. Right? Because the 1st and 3rd letter have to be N or T. T, N, or NT as the 1st and 3rd letter. It's fixed. Then you place the U, so the only word should be tunic. There we go, got today's Wordle answer in 4 tries. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. So yeah, I did not use any elimination strategies there, I just made my guesses based on the previous clues, and after I guessed stain and unfit, I basically placed U and I, and after I figured out, after I tried putting the T and N into the 1st and 3rd positions, the word tunic came to my mind, and of course, that is today's Wordle answer. So yeah, I'm quite satisfied. A fourth, guessing the Wordle answer in 4 tries is not a bad result, I would say. So yeah, I'll take that. Guess today's Wordle answer, tunic, in 4 tries. This is Wordle number 1228. After I'm done with this, let me move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is October 29th, 2024, and let me start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. Alright, I see that these 9s force the digit 9 into this cell in block 2. Yeah, these 9s. And then these 9s point down. These 3s force the digit 3 into one of these 2 cells in block 5. I also see that in row 3, these 2 open cells see another 3, but 3 is still missing from row 3, so I have to place 3 somewhere in this row. But because it can't go into these 2 open cells, the only cell available for 3 is this cell. So in row 3, the digit 3 is forced into this cell. And then the 2 remaining missing digits of row 3 are 2 and 7. let me mark that down. Oh, this cell sees a 7. So I can place the 2 and 7 like this to complete this row. Alright, that's nice. These 2's force the digit 2 into this cell in block 5, and then these 2's point down. So these 2 cells form a 2-9 pair. As you can see in block 8, the digits 2 and 9 are missing, and because of these 2's and 9's, both 2 and 9 are forced into these 2 cells in block 8. So in order to fit both 2 and 9 into block 8, these 2 cells would have to be reserved for those 2 digits, because the only combinations are 2, 9, or 9, 2. We have to make these 2 cells reserved for 2 and 9, because they can only go into these 2 cells. So this 2-9 pair eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. And, alright, now, this 3 points down, and 3 cannot go into the 2-9 pair. So in block 8, the digit 3 is forced into column 4, which eliminates 3 from this cell. Because I've now proven that the digit 3 in block 8 is forced into column 4, so no matter which cell 3 ends up in, this cell cannot contain the 3 because it sees both of them. So all of these 3's force the digit 3 into this cell in block 5. And these 4's point down, and these 4's points right. This 2 points right to force the digit 2 into one of these 2 cells in block 3. We also have these 2's pointing down. Okay, now in row 9, 2 is a missing digit. So 2 has to go somewhere in this row, but cannot go into these open cells because they see another 2. So where do I put 2 in row 9? This cell is the only cell available for 2 in this row. So in row 9, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, again because it still has to go somewhere, but all the other open cells in this row cannot contain a 2. So it has to go here. Alright, after I place this 2, 2 in this cell is eliminated, I can force the digit 2 into this cell in block 3, and we just have these 2's left, okay. These ones point right to force the digit 1 into one of these 2 cells in block 6. We have this 3 pointing up, so in block 3, the digit 3 is forced into row 1, and then these 3's force the digit 3 into one of these 2 cells in block 1. These 8's point right, and this cell sees another 8. These 5's point left, and this cell sees another 5. Okay, this 8 points up. So in block 5, the digit 8 is forced into row 6. So in block 5, because of this 8, it is guaranteed into one of these 2 cells, which are both in row 6 in block 5. So these 8's eliminate 8 from this cell. So 8 can't go here. With this 8 pointing up, the digit 4, the digit 8 in block 4 is forced into this cell. As you can see in block 4, this 8 takes 8 out of these 2 cells, and this cell sees 8 from block 5. So 8 is forced into this cell in block 4, and then these 8's point up. The missing digits of block 4, oh, okay, 5 is one of them, and because of this 5, the digit 5 is forced into this cell, and then this 5 points right to force the digit 5 into this cell in a block 5, and then these 5's points right where this cell sees another 5. And I also see that these 5's points up. Okay, these 2 cells are for 6 and 9, because they're the missing digits of block 4, but this cell sees a 9. So I can place the 6 and 9 like this to complete block 4, and then these 9's point right, this cell sees another 9. So in block 6, the digit 9 is forced into this cell, which then allows me to place the 4 into this cell. Row 4 is missing 1 and 8, and for row 5, the missing digits are 5, 6, and 7, where these 7s force 7 into this cell, and then I can also place the 5 and 6 because of this 6. These 6s points down, and this cell sees another 6. So in block 9, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. These 6s points left, and this cell sees another 6, and these 6s force the digit 6 into one of these two cells in block 1. We have these 5s pointing up. Okay, after I place this 5, 5 in this cell is eliminated. All of these 5s force the digit 5 into this cell in block 7. Alright, the missing digits of row 6 are 6, 7, and 8, and these 6s force the digit 6 into this cell, and it leaves a 7 8 pair behind in row 6. This cell is also 7 or 8 for this column, and for column 4, we have 1, 3, and 7 as the missing digits. This cell sees 3, so it's 1, 7, 1, 3, 7, and this cell sees 7, so it's 1, 3. Alright, 1 and 3 are the missing digits of column 7. Okay, these 9s point down. Oh, we have a 1, 3 pair in row 9. Okay, yeah, in row 9, both of these two cells only contain 1 and 3. And in order to avoid empty cells, I must fit. Well, a better word is I must keep 1 and 3 into these two cells. In Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty, so I have to put one digit into every cell. Every cell has to contain one digit. So in order to avoid empty cells, I must keep both 1 and 3 into these two cells, because the only combinations are 1, 3 or 3, 1. We can't leave them empty, so I have to keep both 1 and 3 in these two cells. So now in row 9, this 1, 3 pair eliminates 1 and 3 from these two cells, making them a pair of 4 and 9, because they are the other missing digits of this row, 4 and 9. But this cell sees a 4. So I can make this a 9 and this a 4. And then these 4s point up. Alright, these 9s also point up. And we have an 8-9 pair in these two cells. As you can see in block 1, the digits 8 and 9 are missing. And these 8 and 9s force both 8 and 9 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both of these two digits into block 1, the only combinations are 8, 9 or 9, 8, so I have to make these two cells reserved for 8 and 9 in order to fit both of them into block 1. So this 8, 9 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells, because both 8 and 9 can only go into these two cells, so they're reserved for 8 and 9. So 6 is eliminated from this 8, 9 pair. With these 6s, the digit 6 in block 1 is forced into this cell, and followed by the 3. Well, first of all, by the markings I've made, I can tell that I must place a 3 here, but if you want to spot the logic, you can see that this 3 points up. Because of this 3, the digit 3 in row... Well, the digit 3 in block 3 is forced into row 1, right? So 3's here take 3 out of these two cells. So the digit 3 is forced into this cell in block 1, followed by the 4, which goes into this cell. This 8 and 9 pair makes this cell a 7. The missing digits of column 1 are 2 and 7, and this cell is a 3 to complete this column. These two cells are for 1 and 6, but this cell sees another 6. So indeed, I can place 6 into this cell, which makes this a 1. 1 is eliminated from this cell. let me see if, oh, yes, okay, so after I place this 4, the digit 4 in these 3 cells are eliminated. I can force the digit 4 into this cell in block 3, and these 4s point down. And now, after I place this 4, the digit 5 in block 3 is then forced into this cell, leaving behind a 1-3 pair. 5 in this cell is now eliminated. I can force the digit 5 into this cell in block 2, leaving a 1-7-8 triple in block 2. Oh, well, this cell is actually an 8. Because 7 and 1 are eliminated. Or another way to see this is by just looking at row 1. These 2 cells form a 1-3 pair, so these 2 open cells, which are the remaining open cells in row 1, they form an 8-9 pair, but this cell sees 9. So I can indeed make this an 8, this a 9, 8, and by the markings, 7 and 1. Down here, a 3 and 1, 3 and 1. So yeah, as long as you do the markings correctly, I'm sure that following the markings around and placing the digits is not a problem, as long as there is no error or any misconception during your markings. Alright, which makes this 8 and 1. This cell now sees 7, so it's 8 and 7. This cell is a 7 to complete this column, which makes this 2 and 7. This 2 makes this 9 and 2 to complete this column. 1 and 4 are the missing digits of column 6, but this cell sees a 1, so I can make this 4 and 1. And we still have 3, we still have 3, 4, 8, and 9 as the missing digits, so let's place them one by one. And the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in exactly 13 minutes. So I would say this Sudoku puzzle is very straightforward. How I approached this puzzle. Yeah, how I approached this puzzle, I feel like it was quite straightforward. So I don't really recall any tricky parts. It was just the pairs and triples, which is already a must-know technique in hard difficulty Sudokus. Hard, right? You must spot, well, you must know how to spot the pairs of triples. For example, the 2-9 pair in block 8. What else? The 1-3 pair in row 9. And the 8-9 pair in block 1. These are some examples, but other than that, it was just filling in some more restricted rows or columns, I feel like. And I feel like this Sudoku puzzle is not too tricky, so it was mainly just pairs and triples, so hopefully this video helped. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. Today is October 29th, 2024. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1228 and today's New York Times Hard Sudoku. I'll see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye!